Everybody needs a there's food at home meal, and I'm about to show you mine. I have made different variations of this same dish, and each time I scare the townspeople. Today I'm going to do the more traditional version of what I do, because I've done this with like sandwich meat and everything, and I was making people's heads spin. Okay, again, I'm having problems with the eye on my stove. Like this eye, sometimes it just runs so hot and I don't know what to do. If you know anything about stoves, please tell me what I'm supposed to do about this, because the eye is on low right now. It's on a 2, and this is what it looks like. Embarrassing me. Every time I want to film with the big camera, it embarrasses me. But yeah, we're gonna get a little color on this ground turkey, and we've seasoned her up. We're gonna just keep pressing it down so we can have a good crust on one side. And once that crust starts to develop, we just start, like, you know, grounding it like usual. Nothing magical happening here other than, you know, just basic meat stuff. And you know me, I have to use my frozen vegetables. Okay, it's such a great way to get vegetables in, guys. I'm gonna go in with both the fajita peppers and onions, and then the broccoli stir fry vegetable. I want this to be like equal parts meats to vegetable. And again, I'm sorry that the view is a little obstructed because the pan is running so hot, but you know, it's a stir fry at this point, so I'm not really tripping too much on it. Like, I do kind of want this to all have a good char on it, because that is what I'm doing, but my pan is hot because my stove is doing what it wants. So here we have our meat and vegetable mixture, and while that's cooking down, I'm gonna make the sauce with this free Whataburger sauce that I got in my grocery order this week. So this is kind of like that chili sauce, like that you do for like bang bang chicken as a base. So I decided to zhuzh that up. If you want to know what it tastes like if you ever been to Chick-fil-A and like that green sauce, that's kind of what this tastes like, but sweeter. So I'm gonna use that as the sauce base this time. I know I said I wasn't gonna scare the townspeople, but I guess I am, because I know that's a weird thing to put in something, but it's like they just kind of did the work for me, because I was gonna use these same type of ingredients anyway, and I was just able to cut some corners now. So make sure you taste your sauce as you're stirring it up, so you know what you need to add and everything. I'm adding some mirin in. I like mirin. And then I found some dark soy sauce. I didn't know I had any, but go very light on the dark soy sauce because it has a very intense flavor. So make sure you're tasting it as you go. And with the sauce, it doesn't take long. So that's why I do it while the meat is still cooking. And then I'm going in with the noodles. For my ramen, I'm just using regular ramen, and I'm just not gonna put the seasoning packet in here. Make sure you get them all kind of wet so that they're cooking. And then I ain't gonna lie, I overcooked these a little bit trying to get my cameras together, so just act like you don't see that. So I'm just transferring them right over. I could have probably rinsed them and been a little better off, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. So start mixing in your noodles with a little bit of the water. Oh, I'm sorry, let me not say noodles because my daughter don't like that. So your ramen with some ramen water, and then add your sauce, because you do want the sauce for the water for dilution of the sauce and to kind of stretch it over the noodles, because they're like pretty, like the sauce is thick and you want it to be able to like coat every piece of the ramen and the vegetable. But at this point, I did kind of think I don't have enough sauce, so I am going to go in and make a little bit more so that I can make sure I'm covering everything. And then like I'm gonna taste as I go, because like the sauce on its own has one taste, but once you start mixing it with everything, you may discover that okay, something's missing, or I got too much of this. And it's okay to just play around with it. Like, this is meant to be a quick meal. I realized that I wanted a little ginger in here, and I have grated ginger in the refrigerator, but I decided to use these for some reason. I don't know. But I'm just letting these melt down, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the ramen water on top to melt the garlic. I'm sorry, that's ginger. and after a few seconds it started melting, so I just like stirred that into it, and that was the flavor that I was looking for. I couldn't pinpoint it, but that's just the fun of cooking. Like, you kind of just have to tap into your memory sometimes to remember what is it that you're looking for to really make a dish pop off, you know? So yeah, this dish does not take long at all. It really just takes the time that it takes to like grind up the meat, and you're done with that. And since it is about to get a bit harder to get your hands on some cheap ramen, let me know any of your recipes that you just throw together on a weeknight, just something quick that you put together, because I don't think I'm going to be having this many more times, quite honestly. But every night is not a cooking night, but every night is an eating night, so you gotta make it do what it do, okay? So yeah, let me know what you like to have. And you know, I'm not above suggestions. I make y'all suggestions all the time. I just don't know how to tag people in like the options that they give me, but I love being inspired by you all. Please leave your comments to let me know what you're making, and you know, share this with somebody who definitely needs to get up on their cooking game, because don't be afraid to tell people it's time to learn how to cook, okay? I tell y'all all the time, and it's because I love you. Bye.